Hey everybody, Logan here. Today's video is a bit different. I've been thinking about doing one of those, hey, these great games for Christmas, or hey, this is the consoles you should buy, or this is the controller selection that might be the best for you. I decided, what do I know the most about? Which console can I honestly tell you this is the best one to buy? Should I make a list? No. You guys know I have all the consoles. I recently just got myself the PlayStation 5 Slim. And I do have the Series X, the Series S. I even got the 1 terabyte. And plenty of Switch games and plenty of Switch consoles. But with it being the end of 2023, and the US especially still being in the worst recession we've seen in any of our lifetimes, people still want to play video games. But what's the best way to do it? Especially right now, in terms of selection, performance, value. Value is a big thing. Monetary value is a big thing these days. So I thought to myself, which console would be the best? Well, you saw from the thumbnail which one it's going to be. And most people would go, it's a Switch. The only reason I'm going to say it's not the Switch is we're near the end of the Switch's life cycle. So you could be buying into one now. Yeah, you have a ton of games in their back catalog to choose from. But it's not future-proof. Looks like we're probably going to have something in the coming year. At least some kind of news or something. So if you're getting a Switch now, you're going to have a lot of great games to play, especially the Switch Lite might be the better of the choices. Now, with that being said, there's also a lot of other consoles out there. Some consoles like the Analog or the Polymega or stuff like that. The Hyperkin, Retrons, stuff where you can play all your retro stuff. You got those options. But honestly, after I've thought about it, best one is the Xbox Series S. What? Yeah, I know. Coming from someone who's not a digital guy. And especially with the ups and downs that Microsoft has been on the last year, it really seems like this is it. I think the best option is the Xbox Series S, but the Carbon Black, the 1 terabyte, that's going to be your best bet because it's a Game Pass machine. Digital games are fantastic if you just want to have a condensed library all in one spot. Yes, we have seen issues with digital content that is not technically yours. That's why I think Game Pass is probably the best way to go, because you're still paying for a subscription like you would do with your Netflix or what are the other ones out there? I don't watch any of these. Amazon Prime, you got that, and Disney Plus. Okay, there's a couple of them out there. Max. Just like you would do with your movies, and then you play them and then you move on. A lot of people are like that, and especially with the prices where you can get a Series S from $299 to $349 depending on the model you get. Like I said, I recommend the 1 terabyte, which is $349. Solid choice right now. You can always expand the memory with one of the memory sticks, I forget what they call them. But I have one in the back of my Series X as well. And you know what? I think that's going to be your best bet. Microsoft has had a banger end of the year with some solid titles. Quality on, say, Starfield is debatable. Some people love it, some people don't. Some people like the way the story went. Some people don't like even simple character creation because of nonsense that was put into it. So there's stuff like that, but you do have the latest Forza, which, again, hit a few people. I'm a big Forza fan. I liked it. I have my qualms with it. It wasn't perfect, but it's still a great game. You have other solid titles like the new Like a Dragon that just launched on Game Pass. You have Exo Primal and a number of great games, as well as like Remnant 2. I can keep going. There's so many good games to play right now on Game Pass. So if you pick up the Series S and Game Pass, it's less than a Series X or a PlayStation 5. And if you do want to play online, PlayStation is going to cost you an arm and a leg. It's now $80 a year plus the entry fee with the with the PlayStation 5. So you're looking at $500 plus PlayStation Plus to play online. You're looking at basically $600 to start. That's no games, unless you buy one of the bundles, which is Call of Duty or Spider-Man. Spider-Man is a little not as good as the last one. Some people will argue with that, some people won't. It all depends. I picked it up. I haven't played it, so I don't really have a stance on it right now. But Call of Duty is one of those titles that's been getting a lot of criticism lately as well. So it really depends on what you're interested in. Now, if you want PlayStation's version of Game Pass with their PlayStation Plus Premium, it's going to cost you almost another $200. So you're looking at about $700 just for a year of gaming. That's rough these days. Very, very rough. Some people will argue and say, oh, if you don't have the money to buy all that, you shouldn't even be playing video games. Come on, man. I've seen a lot of those comments. Don't be a D-bag. There are a lot of people that just want, they work hard, they come home, and they just want to be able to play something and relax. And if you're not really big into the Nintendo franchise and you do want to play the Call of Duties, the Halos, the Forzas, and games like that, you got your shooters, you got your racers, you got your shmups, you got your JRPGs. Yeah, not as many as there are on the Japanese counterparts, but hey, for most people, it's a great way to unwind, and it's the least expensive price of entry, we can call it, for any of the next gen. No, it's not going to look as pretty if you're playing a game on the Series S as you are on the Series X. If you want to take that jump and pay a little bit more, about $150, anywhere from $100 to $150 more, depending on the sale that you get right now. If you can find the Series X on sale, you know, you could do that. But we're talking about value for price, and the Series S is definitely the way to go. And if you want the larger storage, I would definitely recommend paying that extra $50 to get that more storage, because it's less than buying even that 512 gig memory stick, which the Western Digital one I think is around $80, give or take, right now. So that might be something to consider with everything that's going on. I used to work gaming retail for quite some time when I was younger, and I would get these questions all the time, and people would ask, but they would still have their own opinion right away. I'm like, then why'd you even bother asking me? A lot of people do that. They're like, what do you think about the PlayStation and the Xbox? And I give them pros and cons on each, and they're like, well, the Xbox sucks. I'm going to get a PlayStation. Then why'd you waste my time if you wanted to hear the differences? A lot of people are going to do that. A lot of people are going to see this video and say, Xbox sucks. It's just what people do. It's what the internet does. But right now, in terms of just sheer value, finance, money, monetarily, monetary, just simple monetary, the Xbox Series S is the way to go. It is. It simply is. And basically what this video is me just putting the camera on and saying how I feel, because I've been thinking about it for a little bit. And I've been seeing a ton of these, oh, you should get this for Christmas, you should get this for Christmas, you should get this for Christmas. Yeah, so this is my version. And I think if you're trying to decide, this is going to be a best bet, in my personal opinion, coming from someone who owns all the current consoles. I can honestly say it would have been a tough choice if PlayStation did not just skyrocket their prices. Some people say $80 is I have one comment talk about, if you can't pay $80 a year, you shouldn't be playing. Why? Just to simply play online and get two, sometimes roll the dice crap games? Sometimes they're decent. Most of the time they're not, especially with Xbox no longer giving out the free games with gold anymore. That's done. PlayStation apparently hasn't felt the need to give out quality titles. We'll see how time goes on. Maybe the games get better. Maybe they start giving out AAA games, like solid AAA games. But I want to hold my breath on that. but hey, it is what it is. This is my personal opinion. If you just want something that's going to give you the most bang for your buck, the $300 base Series S, the white one, 512 gigs of storage, and a year of Game Pass is definitely the way to go. If you're just trying to get the most for your money, you're gonna get at least 100 plus games right there. Day one for the year, you don't have to go out and buy anything else. And if you do, you get yourself some Xbox, the cards, the gift cards, and buy some digital games that aren't on Game Pass. To be honest, I've seen that working out very well for a lot of people, and they seem to be happy with it. And that's another thing that I took into consideration for this video. It just seems to make sense right now. No, it's not going to be the prettiest, but hey, you stick it on a 55-inch plus TV, or whatever size TV you have. I just think the one in my game room's 55-inch. That's what I just mentioned. And those are actually pretty inexpensive right now. You can get around 200 something bucks for 4K HDR. That's actually a good deal, especially being around the holidays. I got mine the holiday season last year, and it was a steal, I'll tell you what. So keep looking for that as well. If you need an inexpensive TV to go with your new Xbox, I think it's fantastic, depending on the brand that you want. I think mine's an LG, but I've used everything from TCL, LG, Toshiba. Oh, what's the other one? I can't remember. We have a couple of different brands depending on the sales, depending on the reviews. Always do your due diligence as well when buying a TV for your game console. But I think this is where I'm going to end it. I think this helps, right? This helps. Did this help? Okay. Let me know if this helped you, whether or not you're going to buy one, a new console by yourself, or your son or your daughter, or who knows, your wife or your girlfriend, whatnot, depending on. And the reason I say this, because I know the majority of you people watching this are dudes. It's completely fine. And hey, ladies, if you want to buy one for your husband, I think or boyfriend, because I think that might be a good bet. But plant some seeds. Find out whoever you're buying it for if they like those Xbox titles. That's always the thing too, because you know what, Switch might be the way to go, PlayStation might be the way to go. But honestly, if you're looking at just breaking into it and getting some games and just start playing, having some fun, family time, or even, just relaxing time after work by yourself, that's fine. I think the Series S is definitely the way to go. All right, I'm done now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Make sure you turn that bell on for notifications, so you know whenever I put up new content daily. And remember, Ready to Start podcast every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Thank you guys so much. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.